everybody, welcome back. I'm here at Universal for Halloween Horror Nights, year 2. We got here right for open. We got our friends Christa and Dan here. We got Adam and John and Katie. So this is gonna be an interesting night. Let's go have some fun. Our first stop was The Weekend, which was an excellent house. It's like music and lights and loud music. I just said that, and loud visuals. We had a good time. I really liked it. I was dancing the whole time.
It was okay. It was very loud.
That's it. Like
very loud, very flashy, and
that was just too much. It has to be like one or the other.
Yeah. I'm very sensitive.
We're going underneath ET though, which is sadly closed during Horror Nights. One of my favorite rides here, even though it's really stupid. Katie.
A little anxious.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Here's our next stop, Legends Collide with Monsters. So we're now coming out of that one, and there were so many like mummies. Like, I feel like there were more mummies than anything else. And then Dracula at the end. There was a Dracula in a harness, and that was pretty cool because he kind of was like flying around. I liked that. But Dan hooked Katie up. Not that you can see this because we're in the dark, but she's holding earplugs. Dan's like the man on this. He's like, this will help. And it's changed Katie's haunted house experience entirely.
Yeah.
So I guess like,
last one.
yeah, hot tip apparently from Dan is if you have sensory overload with the hearing in these houses, put in earplugs. Yeah. See, I wouldn't know these things because I like just walk through and think it's like another day. So, you know.
Everything freaks me out.
I really love the overlays they're doing on some of these like food stations. It looks so good. What I'm hearing is we're going into the meats locker. Look at this though. I wouldn't even think to walk down here. So that's like the food you can get. So you can get like fake brains. We'll go take a closer look. Okay, so we've got angry bear meat. So if you eat this, you'll just be really angry. And this is fresh ground princess. So now we are walking into a town where the children have been given these candies that have turned them into serial killers. Christa and Dan just left. I didn't really put too much on the vlog now because I don't want to share that with everybody. I love them a lot, and that's why I wasn't vlogging as much, is because I don't see them regularly, and I was just catching up and talking to them. They're like some of the best people I know. I love them. I met them way back when I was the cosplay director at Kineticon and then later the VP, and they worked within my team. So like, we just have a long history of doing shows together, and it's great. We're here at our next destination, the Fisherman's Wharf. Woo! So coming out of that one, which was like, I don't even know what it was called, but it was like this old New England Fisherman's Wharf. And I really wish I could film it because the sets were so cool. So you walk in and like the guys are like, can you hear her song? And then as you're walking through, you see all these different like mutated fishermen.
Yeah.
And like, there's a cool piece where there's like a lighthouse in there that you can see from all different points of the haunted house because you're like outside. And then eventually you see this crash sinking ship, which was probably the coolest set piece. And you saw this maiden, like ghostly maiden, playing her violin. It was so cool. All the rides right now are like super short and the haunted houses are super long, but we're still doing the haunted houses anyway. We're trying to find the Coven because it's like 20s witches. It is speakeasy. Not even kidding, that's the concept behind it. Here's the scariest haunted house in all of Universal. The Comcast building. We were waiting in this line like at a dead stop for a while, and we were like, what's going on? We saw somebody, we thought they were like checking tickets halfway, which would have been smart. But no, it was a bar, which is also smart to make them more money. However, people were just waiting to not let them lose their place in line. But it's like, no, if you're getting out of line to go to the bar, then you lose your place. That's how this goes. So Coven was really cool. It was like, I think I said it already, but like 20s, like flapper girls in a speakeasy, except they turned out to be witches that were seducing those men and using them in their like satanic rituals. It was cool.
I can't hear.
You can't hear?
Not yet.
Oh, she's still pulling on earplugs. Okay, but anyway, I enjoyed it. All right, so we're doing Fiesta of Chupacabra. I don't know what it is, but John, what is it? Because you're telling me that I should know.
It's like a Latin American monster, cryptid. It means ghost sucker.
Okay. Well,
because it attacks livestock and who feels them.
Oh wait, I do know this. Okay, Katie, did you know what this is?
Like, oh yeah, well I know what a chupacabra is.
Okay, I didn't.
So you don't know what chupacabra?
Well, now I know because John explained it to me, and then I was like, oh, I do know what it is. I just didn't know that's what it was called.
Little things. I want to pet one.
Katie
Let's get a
wants
pet
one
one.
as a pet.
So there was this like big controversy on the news because someone spotted a coyote with mange.
Oh, that's right. I remember
And
you
they
were telling me about this.
freaked out, and it was just a coyote with mange.
That's right. I remember hearing about that. Okay. JK, I know exactly what this is.
The guides to be scarier than the people. Like when I turned the corner and there was someone standing in black, like even though they're just like there was security, they're scaring the crap out of me.
They're just like standing there, they're like bored, and Kitty's like, ah! Look at us, we're in the light. We're no longer in the dark. We're heading towards Halloween though, which is down to 75 minutes right now. Before it was at 1:30, so I was like, we gotta do it. It's the one we want to do the most. Let's take our chances and go. So, that's what we're gonna do. And here's Jimmy Fallon. He approves of this message. We've been standing in line for Halloween for like almost an hour and a half. It is a death march, guys. I don't even know what I recommend to do in this situation besides spend like $300 or how much. I'm making up numbers, whatever the number is for the express pass. But we're almost there. We're leaving Halloween now, and it was cool. The sets were cool, but I feel like I've seen that in so many other haunts. It's good. It's good. I'm not gonna say it's bad, but I've seen it before. And I was like, I waited like an hour and a half for something I've seen before. But whatever, it's cool. I think
Gather more followers and spread All Hallows Eve.
so after that death march at Halloween, which I still don't think was like worth that wait. It was worth it to hear Adam go, oh, 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 ever since Michael Myers came out, even though like I saw him walking at us. Yeah, I don't know why. Like you could see him coming and you still, I don't know. But anyway, so now we're gonna go into the descendants of something. I've lost all ability to think because it's like after midnight at this point. And it's supposedly like a subway situation, and my buddy Paul recommended this one. So I gotta go check it out. And I really wish I could show you guys, but you guys are gonna have to like look up other people who have done this. I know that JoJo's World did it, so you can go check him out. Christa said it was very claustrophobic and loud, which it was, but I feel like every house we've been in has also been tight and loud, so like, I don't know. I thought it was cool though. There's a part where they okay, so it goes through this subway. It's kind of like the Morlocks from the X-Men, where they're all mutated and living in like the sewers. But there was a part where there was like a subway train that was like, I don't know, knocked over, and I looked up at it, and it's like way up into the ceiling. Like it was a full subway train. It was really cool. Katie and I got to regroup though. John and Adam are still in there. I think they're gonna actually close this park out. We're leaving at 1 a.m. We still have to take a lift back to our hotel, and then we're getting up not very early, but we're getting up tomorrow because we're gonna go to Animal Kingdom. Doubtful we're gonna get there for the extra magic hours, but we're still going. Here's a quick shot of Universal at night. It's actually pretty. I do like it. How was your time down here?
Oh, what, 13 hours ago?
Yeah.
It was all right. I mostly sat places, ate things.
It's 1:15 and we're returning to our hotel. Nothing could stop us now because we're tired and we keep the energy going. Hey everybody, this is again another situation where they didn't create a closer. Obviously we were tired. It was like 1:30 in the morning. I think we went to bed at like 2:30. But this is the last vlog, I believe, where I didn't do a closer, so we should be good from this point out. I also didn't capture as much footage as I had thought I had captured, and I'm thinking back to it. I'm like, well, why didn't I film all this stuff that we were passing by? Well, one, you can't film in the haunted houses, and two, like, I think I was just like tired, or I was kind of like frustrated because I came in with the camera and like that wasn't working properly. I know Christa and Dan were there and I was socializing with them. But what I think it comes down to, and I think this is actually advice for all of you, is that, you know, if you go and do one of these events and you go in with a group of like 6 to 7 people, it makes it far more challenging to like super enjoy the whole thing. Not to say I didn't have fun with my friends, because I did. They're great. But I think, you know, it comes down to everybody wanted to do different things, and there's a lot of like kind of chaos and planning. And I remembered that day, and I was like, you know,
if you go with a group, like pick a person you're going to pair off with, because that's really the ultimate way to enjoy something like this, especially this. Also, we were in lines for like, I would say most of that night. Like literally the lines were like half an hour to an hour and a half each. So, you know, keep that in mind if you're checking this out and go earlier in the season. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell so you can see all the new videos coming out when we return from Florida. And if you want to follow my adventures, go to my Instagram and my Twitter and my Twitch, because I'm constantly updating on those. And if you would like to support me, give me tips for what you watched here today, you can support me on Patreon. All right, everybody, every day's an adventure and live your best life.